So let's learn a little bit about arrays. First, what is an array? An array basically is a concrete way of showing the factors of a number. So let's say we're going to build arrays for the number 6, okay? So what we'll need are 6 of these cubes right here. Now, an array is not just a number of cubes. An array has to be set up in a specific way, okay? And that shape that we're looking for is either the shape of a square or a rectangle. Now, this is an array. And what are some of the rules of an array? Well, first it has to have the same number of rows, and this has 2 rows. So 2 is a factor of 6. And it has to have the same number of columns. 2, 3. It has 3 columns. So 2 of the factors of 6 are 2 and 3. We could also make an array of the commutative property by switching the columns and the rows. In this case, we've got 3 equal rows and 2 equal columns. Okay, and I still end up with the factors of 3 and 2. Now, are these the only arrays of 6? Not on your life. Let me show you. Because as long as I follow the rules of an array, I might be able to make more. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. In this case, this is also an array. It's a rectangular shape, and it has 6 equal rows and 1 equal column. Even if there's only 1 column, it's still equal. It still works. So those are some additional factors of 6 and 1. Now, what are not arrays? Let's use the same number 6 that we were using before, but show examples of things that are not arrays. This is not an array. Why not? Because the rows are not equal. This row has 3, this row has 2, this row has 1. They're not equal. The columns are not equal. This column has 3, this column has 2, this column has 1. It's not a proper array. It can't work. What else is not a good array? Well, an array cannot have gaps. All right? You cannot have a donut like this. You can't have a hole in the middle of your array. It doesn't work. Also, you cannot make your array 3-dimensional. An array is a 2-dimensional shape. So you cannot stack cubes on top of each other. It only works in 2 dimensions. So, the takeaway here is that an array is a square or rectangular shape that is completely filled in, that has an equal number of rows. All the rows have the same number of parts, and all the columns have the same number of parts.